Today was a meeting to consider the Reformulated Bus Network. And what that meant was obviously considering the outcome of the 12-week public consultation and considering the outcomes of the negotiations with the commercial bus providers to see what previously supported bus services were able to be commercially viable. The key points that came out of the discussion this morning were quite simply that we've engaged with a very high number of residents, both in terms of petitions, in terms of people contacting their local members, in terms of people personally responding to the 12-week consultation. And what we've clearly found is how important supported bus service are to residents. Right, the decision this morning was to adopt the Reformulated Bus Network. What that'll actually mean is that'll come into place obviously next April in working with commercial providers and community bus groups as well. What that will see is 91% people completely unaffected, those that already use those services, and 95% of bus users still able to access a service some 6 days a week. Right, well, what we've made sure is that we alleviate and mitigate some of those changes. So what that actually means is that in terms of dial-a-ride, for example, we've made sure that a dial-a-ride provision will be available some 4 to 6 days a week. And in terms of people getting to their local school, we've made sure that young people are able to do that. I think it's really useful that we've had a 12-week consultation, and of course we've got to remember that when we initially embarked upon that consultation, we didn't actually know that there were going to be so many routes that would be commercially viable. What we've done is made sure that senior officers of the County Council have been going out there, having an ongoing conversation with those commercial providers to make sure that as many as possible are commercially viable. And this is an ongoing process, but we've been able to secure far more than we previously envisaged. And whilst we thank so many people for getting involved in terms of petitions and in terms of obviously responding to that consultation, it's very clear that many people's fears will be alleviated by in fact so many of these services becoming commercially viable.